Shalom, good morning.
Shalom, Boker Tov.
Shalom, Boker Tov.
Boker Tov, welcome back to the study. We're on the final part of a double Torah portion, Acharei-Kedoshim. Acharei-Kedoshim. We are reading in Vayikra, that's Leviticus, chapter 20. And we have been reading about basically regulation rules that Yahweh gave the people before they would come into the land, kind of the rules for how they should live when they come into the land, and basically dealing with being set apart and purity, and keeping themselves from the sins and the things that the nations before them did that caused them to be kind of taken out and kicked out of the land. And basically dealing with rules for righteousness and living correctly. So that's what we've been looking at. And we're going to read in chapter 20, which is the last chapter. We can say the blessing and we'll begin.
Baruch Yahweh Hambora. Baruch Yahweh Hambora Leolam Bae. Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikoch ami. Banata lanu et torato. Baruch atah Yahweh noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
Good morning, Susan.
And we're gonna go ahead and read it, and then we'll comment at the end. Okay, so we'll start chapter 20.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, say to the children of Israel, any man of the children of Israel or of the strangers who sojourn in Israel, who gives any of his offspring to Molech, shall certainly be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. And I shall set my face against that man, and shall cut him off from the midst of his people, because he has given of his offspring to Molech, so as to defile my set-apart place, and to profane my set-apart name. And if the people of the land at all hide their eyes from the man, as he gives any of his offspring to Molech, and they do not kill him, then I shall set my face against that man and against his clan, and shall cut him off, and all who go whoring after him, even go whoring after Molech from the midst of their people.
Okay, let's go ahead and hear the first 5 verses in the Hebrew. Okay.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, ואל בני ישראל תאמר, איש איש מבני ישראל, ומנהגר הגר בישראל, אשר ייתן מזרעו למולך, מות יומת. עם הארץ ירגמוהו באבן. ואני אתן את פני באיש ההוא, והכרתי אותו מקרב עמו, כי מזרעו נתן למולך, למען טמא את מקדשי, ולחלל את שם קודשי. ואם העלם יעלימו עם הארץ את עיניהם מן האיש ההוא, ותיתו מזרעו למולך, לבלתי המית אותו, ושמתי אני את פני באיש ההוא ובמשפחתו, והכרתי אותו ואת כל הזונים אחריו, לזנות אחרי המולך מקרב עמם.
Okay, and we'll continue. Verse 6. And the being who turned to Midian and to Spirited to go whoring after them, I shall set my face against that being and cut him off from the midst of his people. And you shall set yourselves apart and shall be set apart, for I am Yahweh your Elohim. And you shall guard my laws and do them. I am Yahweh who set you apart. For everyone who curses his father or his mother shall certainly be put to death. He hath cursed his father or his mother. His blood is on him. And a man who commits adultery with the wife of another man, or who commits adultery with the wife of his neighbor, the adulterer and the adulteress shall certainly be put to death. I read the verse 10. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
והנפש אשר תפנה אל האובות ואל הידעונים לזנות אחריהם. ונתתי את פניי בנפש ההיא, והכרתי אותו מקרב עמו. והתקדישתם, והייתם קדושים, כי אני אדוני אלוהיכם. ושמרתם את חוקותיי, ועשיתם אותם, אני אדוני מקדישכם. כי איש איש אשר יקלל את אביו ואת אמו, מות יומת. אביו ואמו קילל, דמיו בו. ואיש אשר ינאף את אשת איש, אשר ינאף את אשת רעהו, מות יומת הנואף והנואפת.
And verse 11.
And a man who lies with the wife of his father has uncovered the nakedness of his father. Both of them shall certainly be put to death. Their blood is upon them. And a man who lies with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall certainly be put to death. They have made confusion. Their blood is upon them. And a man who lies with a male, as he lies with a woman, both of them have done an abomination. They shall certainly be put to death. Their blood is upon them. And a man who marries a woman and her mother, it is a wickedness. They are burned with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness in your midst. And a man who has intercourse with a beast, he shall certainly be put to death, and the beast you kill. And a woman who approaches any beast and mates with it, you shall kill the woman and the beast. They shall certainly be put to death. Their blood is upon them.
Let's go ahead and hear that in the Hebrew.
ואיש אשר ישכב את אשת אביו, ערוות אביו גילה, מות יומתו שניהם, דמיהם בם. ואיש אשר ישכב את כלתו, מות יומתו שניהם, הבל עשו, דמיהם בם. ואיש אשר ישכב את זכר משכבי אישה, תועבה עשו שניהם, מות יומתו, דמיהם בם. ואיש אשר ייקח את אישה ואת אמה, זימה היא, באש ישרפו אותו ואת הן, ולא תהיה זימה בתוככם. ואיש אשר ייתן שחובתו בבהמה, מות יומת, ואת הבהמה תהרגו. ואישה אשר תקרב אל כל בהמה לרבעה אותה, והרגת את האישה ואת הבהמה, מות יומתו דמיהם בם.
Okay. Verse 17. And a man who takes his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and sees her nakedness, and she sees his nakedness, it is wickedness, and they shall be cut off before the eyes of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness, he bears his crookedness. And a man who lies with the woman during her sickness and uncovers her nakedness, he has laid bare hath laid bare her flow, and she hath uncovered the flow of her blood. Both of them shall be cut off from the midst of their people. And do not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, nor of your father's sister, for that is laying bare one's own flesh. They bear their crookedness. And a man who lies with his uncle's wife, he hath uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They bear their sin, they die childless. And a man who takes his brother's wife, it is uncleanness. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness, they are childless. Okay, I read to verse 21. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ואיש אשר ייקח את אחותו בת אביו או בת אמו, וראה את ערוותה, והיא תראה את ערוותו, חסד הוא, ונכרתו לעיני בני עמם, ערוות אחותו גילה, עוונו יישא. ואיש אשר ישכב את אישה דבה, וגילה את ערוותה, את מקורה הערה, והיא גילתה את מקור דמיה, ונכרתו שניהם מקרב עמם. וערוות אחות אמך ואחות אביך לא תגלה, כי את שארו הערה, עוונם יישאו. ואיש אשר ישכב את דודתו, ערוות דודו גילה, חטאם יישאו, ערירים ימותו. ואיש אשר ייקח את אשת אחיו, נידה היא, ערוות אחיו גילה, ערירים גילו.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue with verse 22.
And you shall guard all my laws and all my right rulings, and do them, so that the land where I am bringing you to dwell does not vomit you out. And do not walk in the laws of the nation which I am driving out before you, for they do all this, and therefore I loathe them. But I say to you, you are going to possess their land, and I myself give it to you to possess it, a land flowing with milk and honey. And I am Yahweh your Elohim, who has separated you from the peoples. And you shall make a distinction between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean birds and clean. And do not make yourselves abominable by beast or by bird, or whatever creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. And you shall be set apart to me, for I, Yahweh, am set apart, and have separated you from the peoples to be mine. And a man or a woman in whom there is a medium, or who are spiritists, shall certainly be put to death. They are to stone them with stones. Their blood is upon them.
Okay, let's hear the last verse in the Hebrew.
ושמרתם את כל חוקותיי ואת כל משפטיי, ועשיתם אותם. ולא תקיא אתכם הארץ, אשר אני מביא אתכם שמה לשבת בה. ולא תלכו בחוקות הגוי, אשר אני משלח מפניכם. כי את כל אלה עשו, ואכוס בם. ואומר לכם, אתם תירשו את אדמתם, ואני אתננה לכם לרשת אותה, ארץ זבת חלב ודבש, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הבדלתי אתכם מן העמים. והבדלתם בין הבהמה הטהורה לטמאה, ובין העוף הטמא לטהור, ולא תשקצו את נפשותיכם בבהמה ובעוף, ובכל אשר תרמוס האדמה, אשר הבדלתי לכם לטמא. והייתם לי קדושים, כי קדוש אני אדוני, ואבדיל אתכם מן העמים להיות לי. ואיש או אישה כי יהיה בהם אוב או ידעוני, מות יומתו, באבן ירגמו אותם, דמיהם בם.
Okay. So, just to kind of review what we read, that's similar to the reading from Wednesday, basically talking about not copying the pagan nations, how they worshiped their God by putting their children through fire, right? That's from the beginning of the chapter. And then it also speaks about not consulting mediums, not being involved with anything that's like with spiritists and witchcraft, things like that. And to, again, another reminder to respect your father and your mother. And some more verses in part 10 about refraining from adultery. And then in verse 13, it's another scripture again about prohibiting homosexuality. So that's some of the, and then talked about other situations of incest, staying away from those. So that's kind of an overview of what we read in the chapter. And we were talking about how all these laws were meant to set the people of Israel, set them apart from the other nations. They weren't supposed to copy the other nations. They were supposed to be set apart for Yahweh. And this is supposed to make the other nations look at them and see like, wow, they have a really great Elohim, and make them want to kind of turn from their ways. And it also says that the land, their time in the land that which Yahweh is giving them would be good, and it would be a long time that they would be in the land. But if they didn't follow these laws, then the land would vomit them out. The land would push them out. And we see that did happen. So if we see, for example, in Numbers 24:5, I like this verse where this is Balaam, when he was going to curse them. It says in Ben-Mibar 24:2, Balaam lifted up his eyes and saw Israel encamped according to their tribes, and the spirit of Elohim came upon him. And I'm going to jump down to 5. And this is what he said: how good are your tents, O Yaakov, your dwelling place, O Israel. So we see that this person who was not righteous, this person who was preparing to curse the people of Israel, when he sees their camp, he ends up blessing them and saying, how good are your tents, O Jacob, and your dwelling place, O Israel. That was basically the way I see it, is that is the point of these rules and laws, to make them a good and beautiful nation. And then it's similar in 1 Kings 10:4-9, when the Queen of Sheba goes to visit Solomon. She is just so impressed. If you see in 1 Kings 10:4, the sovereigness of Sheba saw all the wisdom of Solomon, and the house that he had built, the food of his table, the seating of his servants, the service of his waiters and their attire, and his cupbearers and his burnt offerings which he offered in the house of Yahweh, and there was no more spirit in her. Then she said to the sovereign, the word I heard in my own land about your words and your wisdom is true. But I did not believe the words until I came and saw with my own eyes, and see, I have not been told the half. Your wisdom and prosperity exceeded the report which I heard. Blessed are your men, blessed are these servants who stand continually before you, who are hearing your wisdom. And then she says, blessed be Yahweh your Elohim, who delighted in you, to put you on the throne of Israel, because Yahweh has loved Israel forever. Therefore he made you a sovereign to do right ruling and righteousness. So basically, the people see the goodness and the order and the blessing of Yahweh, and they bless Yahweh for that. And there's a similar one more verse in Matthew 5:16. He said, let your light so shine before men, so that they see your good works and praise your Father who is in the heavens. So I was just thinking how these laws that we've been reading about, how they are meant to make the people set apart, make them a light to everybody else. Not there's anything.
And not just that, like for example, in the passage that you just read in First Kings, chapter 10, it says on the first verse, and the sovereignness of Sheba heard of the report of Shlomo concerning the name of Yahweh, and came to him to try him with hard questions. But see how intertwined are Shlomo concerning the name of Yahweh. So that's the main point. Like, it's not a coincidence that in the chapter 20, on the verse 26, the numeric value of the name of Yahweh is 26. And on that very one verse, it says, and you shall be set apart to me, for I, Yahweh, am set apart, and have separated you from the peoples to be mine. So the set apartness has to do not with something symbolic or a thought or an abstract concept, but it has to do with being, set apart and respecting one another, and overall lifting up and respecting Yahweh's name.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's true. I don't know if anybody has any other comment. Okay, we can close with the blessing.
Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Yahweh noten haTorah. Amen. Don't forget to be the light of the world today, and have a wonderful, beautiful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Susan. Blessings to you.